55 games that James Harden had single digits in the playoffs.
I just want to talk to you, James. I just wish I had someone that believed in me the way Daryl Morey believed in you.
55 games in the playoffs, James Harden had single digits.
That's unheard of. I will say he did come off the bench for OKC, but it doesn't justify it when this man has, the third or fourth most 50-point games ever. You are the definition of a playoff dropper, James Harden. I'm sorry to tell you. And at this point, to be honest, you're cooked all time. You're not over D-Wade. You're not over D-Wade. You're not. Because at a certain point, something has to translate. And I thought that Clippers team could have went. They could have went for real. But it was Game 7 time, and they were banging with them all series. James Harden's hooping all series. Game 7 happens. What happens? Unheard of.
It's what always happens. The drop-off is just unnatural.
And the crazy thing is he played for both our teams. He played for Houston. You've seen it. Yeah. It's fucking spectacular to watch. It was great to watch in the regular season, but it doesn't translate.
He was on some Vince McMahon shit. Some of them seasons with Houston, he was on some Vince McMahon shit. How good was he?
Or was he just a super volume?
Nah, bro. I mean, you can't fake some of that shit. Them 4-point plays.
I mean, he's type to go for 50 and not even have 10 field goals made with the free throw shit.
Some games, but not always. It wasn't always like that. He would have them 23 field goals, 30 field goals.
What the fuck happened in Philadelphia? He was like, Daryl Morey is a liar. Came out and said,
I don't know what that was about.
That was crazy. Did they have a backdoor handshake deal that he was going to get the max next year or what?
I don't know what that was about.
But at the end of it.
But I know that there's only 2 players in history besides James Harden that have played 30 playoff games and have a losing record.
Who?
It's John Stockton and I think Clifford.
Oh, yeah. Fucking John Stockton. Should never be in anybody's top 10 point guard conversation.
But James Harden is now below 500.
That's fucking terrible. That's terrible when you were the man in Houston. Let's give it a bean. That was still beast Dwight he had that one year. He absolutely crumbled.
I thought in the offseason that when we landed Dwight, it was
it's over.
It was what we needed.
I think that's what everybody thought.
I thought it was the answer.
Because y'all were still a little bit more constructed than y'all did have a crazy-ass roster around him a few years.
We started the season bad that year. We were 7-6, and then James and Dwight got us to the 2.
It's what you expect from James Harden. He don't give a fuck. I feel like it's just certain motherfuckers. The love for sports is almost dying. I've seen a crazy stat about youth players not playing. There's a 10-15% drop off. Kids not playing sports anymore. And when you see it, and you see it in the world, it's this is why we're struggling with having a face of an American basketball player, because all the great fucking players right now are foreign, right? Even SGA is from Canada, right? So from the world is catching up.
Because they're catching up to us,
easily. And then we're talking about Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 2 MVP front runners. Neither one from the United States. You got Giannis, not from the United States. He was probably third if we had to pick a third. You know what I mean? This year. And I watched them motherfuckers. 4 quarters in, it was a crazy-ass game. I'm talking about Game 3 when they went back to the Nuggets. They went to overtime. After regulation, neither one of them had 20 points.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Jokic went over 10 from 3. I know he got elbow shit, but you're on the court. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Facts.
I never give a fuck about it. If you're on the court, you're on the court, bro.
Right.
I expect that production. And if it's that bad and you're going to hurt your team, get out. He's making plays elsewhere, but at the end of the day, NBA was sold on scoring. Michael Jordan was a scorer. Kobe Bryant was a scorer.
Yeah.
Not everybody needs to be the LeBron James and I can get away with having a bad shooting game because I'm doing shit elsewhere. Right. He got Jason Tatum fucked up. Bron birthed a lot of these motherfuckers. You 6'8", 6'9", taking how many threes a game?
I mean,
I'm just now. Some of y'all need a point guard, is what I'm saying.
You need to attack the basket.
You don't need maybe Drew Holiday should bring it up instead of Tatum.
Just go to the fucking Baja.
Go to the rack.
Go to the Baja.
What was it? 40 missed threes from the Celtics. That's crazy.
Bro, I had a little handle back in my day, and my coach still yelled at me on some what the fuck are you? Why are you not going to the Baja? You're 6'3".
It's no structure now, and it's
6'9".
It's no structure.
What's your dunk package like?
Right.
Why do I not know the Tatum dunk package?
I know your hot zones from 3, but I don't know your dunk package because you got rim grazers for some reason. Even though you 6'10", you had that one poster on LeBron your rookie year and lost all your bounce for real. Yeah, let me not get Jason Tatum the fuck out of here again.
But to your point about the world catching up, I do think that it's a certain infrastructure, right? I always think about the soccer complex, right? Other countries, kids are born juggling a soccer ball around. Yep. From the moment they're born, that's what they're doing. And they
even
grow
Embiid
up,
was in the Cameroon.
Yeah, all of them.
7'2".
You see Joker doing it, Steve Nash. People they grow up with I want to play soccer.
Yeah,
it's their first love.
Mm-hmm.
So the best athletes are dedicated to soccer from the moment they're born. From the moment they pick a sport, they pick soccer. In other countries, they have the industrial complex for it. They have an entire infrastructure for soccer.
So Europe birthed that,
and we have that for basketball and football.
We birthed basketball. Football, I don't even consider that at a global sport.
Our best athletes, think about it like this. Our best athletes in America are football and basketball players. Not I'm not saying that there's not I'm saying in a general sense.
Yeah.
Not there's not a 1% of a fucking swimmer,
MMA.
There's not a 1% of other people and other athletes that are great.
We got the stats of their 40, they're vertical, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's not track and field athletes that are fucking freaks. I'm just saying
I've seen Jalen Green put his whole head in the rim basically before, and he's a random.
In a general sense, people want to play basketball and football. So it's like now in other countries, people are starting to play basketball from when they're a kid. So we're getting other countries' best athletes, or just a better flock of athletes. You know what I mean? And we're seeing it now. They're catching up.
That grew up with the fundamentals. They're getting a basketball in their hands at the age of 3 instead of kicking a soccer ball, is what you're saying. And I think we really seen that over the Olympic Games, because low-key,
I was just about to bring the Olympics up.
Bro, when you look at who we assembled to get this done, we had Steph, KD, LeBron. First of all, those are the goats of this whole entire generation.
Who are we about to send in a couple of years?
2028. That's what I'm worried about.
Who are we sending?
The people that didn't get any burn on this
Edwards
team.
is a guarantee.
Ant's a lock. Maybe Flag.
Ant's going to be like the vet on that team.
Yeah, that point.
This is crazy.
Yeah, he's going to be. It's going to be crazy because he does got some
Will he have a ring by then? That trade was dumb as shit.
It's a tough goal.
Without that trade, I'd say
I don't hate it anymore. So much for either team. I think it kind of complements so much. Pretty good. I don't need my big to be a stretch with Ant. Let me get Julius Randle, who can create his own basket. I kind of like that more now. Okay. More in the I'm seeing it in the playoffs. Why it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Let Ant be Ant.
I'll create my own shot because you're not looking for me. At the point you find me, I'm covered. I don't
let Ant be Ant.
Yeah,
I like it. That's what they were saying.
I'm saying maybe Cooper Flag could be, because he was scrimmaging against them, but I don't know.
He's going to be in the league by then,
bro. I don't really know about any college player till they get to the league.
He's going to be in the league by then.
You think he's nice as shit?
I think he's nice as shit.
He's going to have.
I think he'll have a good start to his career.
He averaged 20 rookie
Depends
season.
on where he'll go.
Depending on the team he goes to.
He could go for 20, maybe 15.
Because AD was a 20 guy. Luka was 20 a game. And especially in today's NBA. We got 3-4 people averaging 30.
Yeah, he's nice.
You kind of almost need to average a dub as a rook.
He's nice. You think maybe Cade?
Cade has potential. Yeah, that could be the backcourt. You know what I mean?
Cunningham.
What about Paolo Banchero?
I love Paolo.
Yeah.
Take Paolo.
Yeah, I like his game. He's a dog.
We'll take him.
If they didn't blackball Jaylen Brown, I'd say Jaylen Brown, but I feel like now he's going to be on something. I don't want to do it. Yeah. Jaylen Brown's one of the smartest fucking NBA players. He is genuinely smart.
He reminds me of Richard Sherman.
He reminds me of Neil deGrasse Tyson. In the mind, I'm telling you. Okay. I'm telling you, bro. He's won it. He's like how Josh Dobbs is a rocket fucking engineer in football, and Jaylen Brown's smart as shit.
Psychologist or something.
Yeah, I think he has some shit like that, some type of crazy degree.
I think he does too. I think I did see him talk about that.
And he plays the piano and shit. He be on some
Rain Man. He's fucking 6'10". He's got long hair.
This is why I hate Jason Tatum.
Now I'm starting to see the pattern.
Because I always wanted to be Jaylen Brown. I was I just hate Jason Tatum because I love Jaylen Brown.
Even when you were talking about Jason Tatum sleeping in the bed with his mom, you were talking about I bet you Jaylen Brown there or something.
That's why I got Finals MVP. That's why he's better. That's why y'all should trade Tatum instead. And keep the guy with no left hand.
So what that he doesn't have a left?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Bob Cousy didn't have a left. Actually, he was left-handed.
Bob Cousy had a bag. Stop the slander.
I'm not going to slander.
But no, to the point with the Olympics, to bring it
starting
back to...
five. Yeah, let's go with starting five.
To bring it back to some crazy shit, though. Somebody was saying that if Americans did put their best athletes into soccer, that they could compete with the rest of the world.
I don't think so.
And people were like, fuck no, because they have the infrastructure, like I said.
The bloodline.
Yeah.
They have the fucking bloodline. My grandfather is Wayne Rooney.
And that was my first instinct, right? It was like, hell no. But then I thought about it. And I'm like, Tyreek Hill running the pitch, kicking it to LeBron James for the header.
LeBron have to be a goalie or something.
Kicking it to
or defender. You're too big.
You know what I'm saying?
You're too big, but I feel you. It's got to be. Zlatan was pretty big. He's 6'5", though. And LeBron could probably move.
LeBron.
Yeah, you're probably right. And it's like that.
Cheeto on the pitch. Offsides almost don't exist.
It would take about 15 years for us, I think, to catch up if that was the case. That's what basketball's catching up to.
That's all I was saying.
Which can I say that the dream team would get fucking cooked by any of our last 3 Olympic teams.
You think so?
They would get fucking fried.
Who's sticking KD?
This is what I'm saying. Bro, they played 6 NBA players. Now Olympic teams have 6 NBA players in their rotation.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? The game wasn't grown.
That's a fact.
Then it really wasn't, and that's what you're talking. That's why I got the correlation of have to take 15, 20 years. Because I think about the Olympic competition back then. We used to send the college bowls over.
You're right.
It used to be all college motherfuckers. Y'all got this.
When they was playing Tony Kukoc and shit.
Yeah,
it was a big deal. Oh shit, he's about to come to the NBA.
Yeah, Detlef Schrempf. Oh my god,
Detlef.
He wasn't bad though.
Detlef was a rocket at one point. So
starting 5, we got Ant, Cade, Banchero. Flag might have to get in there if he's big body.
Nah, we'll leave Flag out for the sake of the...
Because we don't know. Yeah. It's got to be Tatum, unfortunately.
Tatum's definitely going.
Yeah.
He's definitely going.
He's going to have to start now.
He's going to start. He'll get burned this time.
But who is the big?
Our bigs are ass. We got Hartenstein.
Some role players.
I fuck with Hartenstein, but we don't want to send him to the...
We're going to have to bring out Walker Kessler from the Jazz. That big goop.
Oh, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
It's both the Cavs. Fuck it, let's take them.
Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell off the bench. We'll take 3 of the Cavs. Why not? Because the league's pretty... I mean, Ja, but I don't know, man. Ja can't stay healthy, bro.
Ja's going to be there.
Ja going to get us booked up into some shit.
As soon as he get on, I swear, as soon as he make a 3.
It's like, this team's country just got bombed last week. And here's Ja Morant with a fucking Claymore celebration. Yo.
People were specifically killed with USS fighter jets, so he's just like...
Reporting in, crazy ass sound.
How else is the sound effects on the intercom? It's coming over the loudspeaker and shit.
They're in on it. The sound guys in on it. Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Oh my god, now he's calling a predator. He's got the laptop out on the court. Like, chill, Ja.
Yo, that's crazy.
I like Ja going though.
That's why I always thought the Olympics was a little goofy, in my opinion, because it's like, yo, y'all be beefing.
Fuck with each other.
Like, bro, we got a motherfucker representing Israel up in here, but Russia's banned from the games. Like, fuck.
Jamaica don't even like competing in that joint and shit. Like, remember the motherfucking Turkish bull came out with no equipment?
Oh yeah,
Super Bowl. Everybody had on
hand in his pocket. He was hand in his pocket. Like, I'm bored, and they don't really pay motherfuckers like that. Like, so imagine dedicating all this time and training to make it to the biggest stage. It's almost like Hunger Games or Squid Games, rather.
Get cooked by bull.
Right. Who just has his hand in his pocket. Because that's his
special gear.
That was his infrastructure in Turkey. That's what he grew up on.
Goggles and safety glasses. He had regular specs, Ray-Bans on.
Everybody up there taking long as shit to shoot. He's on some Jokic shit. Get me the fuck out of here,
I hate my job. Why am I so good at this? I hate this shit.
I had to be a fucking shooter from Turkish. I had to be a Turkish shooter. It's crazy. I don't know. I just feel like the world is a stage, and it's almost fucked up to, like, because we be frying shit every year. Like, we really be frying.
We do.
But China be frying shit and dumb shit. Like, none of y'all are hooping. Like, y'all aren't hooping, y'all aren't playing soccer, y'all be winning the stupid ass games at the Olympics.
We need big men though. And Steph's gone.
Yeah.
Bron's gone.
Big men. Damn.
Harden will be gone in 3 years. KD will be gone. Maybe. KD might still be around. Who knows?
No, he's gone, dude. He'll be 40 by then.
He's like 36 right now. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like 4 more years almost.
His longevity is unmatched though. He'll still go for 30 in any given night.
At 40 years old?
Yeah.
That's like, I heard they were offering Wilt contracts who was 60.
Yeah, I know. You always talk about that. That and Bob McAdoo.
Yeah,
you love that's your like Archie Bunker fan.
Yeah, I love Bob McAdoo.
He's a fucking obsessed with Bob McAdoo.
No, because Bob McAdoo is pretty much James Harden. History forgot him. He was nothing but a bucket, nothing more, nothing less. But when it came time to get it on his own, when he was the guy, he couldn't. You know what I mean? He couldn't. 3 straight scoring titles, averaging 30. I'm just saying, Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo or Jason Tatum all time. Give me Bob.
I need old heads in the chat to please tell him that Bob McAdoo is not that.
He was that. He was. Bob 3 straight scoring titles.
My fucking contact is fucking up and it's pissing me off.
He got more scoring titles than Kareem and LeBron combined. I just want you to think about that. The top 2 leading scorers all time. I'm just saying. He's a hooper.
What's next, man? GTA got delayed.
Oh, shit. GTA did get delayed.
Fuck that.
And so did this episode probably, because now we're shooting. It's going to be Mother's Day real shortly, within an hour.
Day.
Oh, like,
happy fucking Mother's Day to all the mothers in the world.
That probably don't listen to us because we're probably just having.
Yeah,
there's
probably
no
just
way.
a lot of fucking horny people who are waiting for us to smash or pass somebody and hoping that their favorite person gets smashed or passed.
Or just really be a hater. Like, just be a hater.
Or be people
motherfuckers love when we hate.
Watching this, laughing with their friends. Like, look at these 2 fucking fucktards.
Getting us the fuck out of here.
And that's fine too.
Yeah, we welcome
whatever
everybody.
You're doing. Welcome to the Without a Q podcast, motherfuckers. Episode 18.
Give me your for Mother's Day. Give me your top 3 cartoon moms you would smash though.
Smashable cartoon moms.
Yeah, give me your top 3.
I mean, you got to take Lois, right?
I think so. Just because like Quagmire was geeking about that shit.
Yeah, it's not a deep pool, but you got to do it.
Yeah, it's a default. I'll agree with that.
Ooh,
it gets sketchy. It gets sketchy real quick.
Jimmy Neutron's mom.
No, she give me Trudy. Give me Trudy.
Oh yeah, give me Trudy. I take that back. Give me Trudy. I don't want to waste.
Incredibles mom.
Does she count?
She's not a TV show.
I'm thinking like TV cartoon.
Because she would probably be the GOAT.
Yeah. Trudy is unquestionable.
Whoever designed her was freaky as shit.
Any pussy that'll make you yell through the crib like that. You know what I mean?
Even their neighbor's mom was fucking hot.
Oh, La Cienaga's mom.
Yeah, she was tough too. Just run through the whole neighborhood.
Double smash. Neighborhood smash.
Neighborly
Mr.
smash.
Rogers, will you be my neighbor smash?
Mr. Rogers, will you be my quarterback? Because we're so ass, and we're back with a black and gold. Where the fuck does Pickens go? To Dallas. George Pickens to Dallas.
Pickens is in Dallas. Y'all brought DK in.
As soon as we paid him, I knew something was going on.
Yeah, the era is over.
Well, it's crazy because last episode, I mean, this wasn't even on episode. We were just yapping before the show. I said, Pickens isn't even a top 30 receiver right now, given the talent at wideout.
And now he's gone, and you're like...
And I literally said that before the trade, so it's not like, oh, he's just a Steeler fan and he's just hating on Pickens. I literally said that off the record to you before he got traded, that he's not a top 30. Is he better than T. Higgins?
No, he's not better than T. Higgins, but T. Higgins is like a top 15.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I think that he's not, put it this way, he's not a top 30 on y'all team. Okay. He's a top 30 anywhere else with a quarterback that's not Mason Rudolph.
You know who else they said that about? Chase Claypool. Deontay Johnson.
No one said that. No one said that except Steelers.
Deontay was going to get in those combos after that 1 year with Ben.
No one said that about Claypool, though, ever.
They're like,
no one ever said that about Claypool.
He was worth the 32nd pick.
He was ass, though. So, like, every step in the NFL. He had a couple of breakout games when he was like the third person that no one cared about.
The Eagles, he had a 5 tutty, I think. When like that's it, little spots there. It. But the dog wasn't there. He wasn't what he thought he was. He thought
he was. That's exactly the point. He thought he was, and he wasn't.
Because the infrastructure in Canada. He's Canadian. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I was thinking about how you were talking about that with soccer, and now we're talking about NFL. Like, what if what races, like nationalities, would you see dominating the NFL if that was what they grew up on? Because motherfuckers around the world don't play American football.
Sumo would do great.
You seen the one blocking Michael Parsons? He was 17.
That's crazy.
Like, if he could get agile, and that's the thing, man. There's so much technology and fucking like agility coach, strength coach.
Yeah.
Like, if you put it to it, it would go crazy.
Sumo would be great.
I think honestly, like Mexico, like.
Oh, yeah.
Because they
say something racist. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say because the greatest left tackle of all time is Mexican. I was just going to say that. Anthony Munoz. He's the greatest tackle in history, bro. Like that's one of those positions where there's no argument. You know what I mean?
That's such a big guy pool. The greatest tackle in history. Who the fuck says that?
He was. He was, bro. He absolutely was.
Crazy pool.
It is no argument.
Yeah, man, I love Jeff Saturday.
Guard, it can get dicey. You want to go Larry Allen?
Greatest center of all time.
You want to go John Hanna?
You ever see that clip of Peyton Manning yelling at Jeff Saturday?
Yeah. Well, run the fucking ball, Jeff.
Stop calling the fucking play.
Run the fucking ball. Let me do my job.
Stop calling the fucking play.
And then a tackle came over and checked the shit out Peyton Manning. He was like, yo, don't fucking talk. He was like, stop raising your voice. He was like, I'm not raising my voice. Like, yes, you did.
Because he was black. He's like, no, I'm not, Joe.
He bitched the shit out of him. He definitely said it under his breath walking away, though. Peyton did.
He definitely said it.
Peyton
definitely says it.
Oh, my God, without a question. Eli's fucking ass.
He says it.
Yeah, for sure.
Eli definitely says it.
For sure. But not as casually as Payne would. Like, Eli got to be drunk to say it.
Right.
You know Archie? Nah. Yeah, that's why he said Eli was a cool uncle. He said he's a cool one.
Yeah.
He's a cool one.
Eli doesn't say it like he used to say it because Peyton said it. So he would be trying to be the fun, you know what I mean?
Little brother.
Fit in with the little brother shit.
When he was like 13, he
peer
picked it
pressure.
Up. Like, oh yeah, I'll say it too.
Yeah.
Trying to impress him.
Yeah.
But he's ass.
He's ass.
You know, he never won a playoff game outside those 2 Super Bowl runs.
You know who else is ass?
Who?
Ben Roethlisberger.
He is ass. And you know what? Now it's just going to seem like I'm just a hater on all the Steelers as a Steeler fan.
I mean, no, let him have it.
But let's be honest here. People get this misconception because they only seen the Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger. Let me keep it a buck with Ben Roethlisberger real quick.
Shit, hold on. Let me get locked in for this.
Let me just keep it a buck, right?
Let me get locked in like that shorty in the bathroom.
Let me just say, when he came into the league, we had the greatest defense maybe ever assembled at the time. I never seen nothing like it. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real. It was between them, and that 0-1 Baltimore defense are the best defense I ever seen.
Okay.
We had basically the Steel Curtain 2.0.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he went 15-1 as a starter, never lost.
Went to the Super Bowl, second year, won it.
Second year, went to the Super Bowl. What was his stats in the Super Bowl? Don't look those up. What was his stats on the season? Please don't look that up.
Box score ass.
Please don't look that up because it was terrible. And we can talk about being in a different era. Yeah, but people were still throwing for 5K back then, so I'm not trying to hear none of that. Drew Brees was already going crazy. The fact of the matter is that you had 2,300 yards the year we won a Super Bowl. And Steelers fans, we gotta stop acting like Ben Roethlisberger was this great fucking dude. Like, forget.
He had a lot of 500-yard games and shit like that. 6 tutties.
And that's my problem right there. Because once the Steelers got away from defensive first and we became all offense and we had a juiced fucking offense, all pro guard, and David DeCastro, Pouncey, we had AB, Le'Veon, Martavis.
He couldn't win it.
He couldn't do it when the cards were in his hands. In fact, we got fucking blown out by Jacksonville. Like, we got blown out by Blake Bortles and them, man.
Not Blake Bortles.
I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Not Blake fucking Bortles.
But back in the day, we were beating the Peyton Manning Colts 17-14. You know what I mean? Shit like that. got carried by the defense. Got absolutely carried, bro. And I hate when he's getting put in these conversations that he does not belong in. Between the 2 years when he went to the Super Bowl, his stats on the year, it doesn't even accumulate 5,000 yards in total.
What?
Yeah. It doesn't even accumulate 5,000 in total. And I've seen motherfuckers throw 5,000 in 1 year. The second Super Bowl we won, Mike Tomlin's DEI fucking Super Bowl win with fucking 18 out of the 22 starters being from the Bill Cowher regime, right? Am I wrong here or what?
So what happens? You know what else happens? According to AB, Big Ben's sister sucked his dick at the 2011 Pro Bowl.
Yo, the beef
His
is
words, not mine.
It's crazy.
Is that what started the beef with him? You think?
No, they started the beef because Ben used to be on some fucking hero shit. Why did he have a radio show after games?
Ben?
He had a local radio show after games, and he's shitting on the best receiver in the league, who's your wide receiver one, throwing him under the fucking bus. That's why Antonio Brown said, it's not my fault you threw it to the lineman. What are you talking about? I should have ran a better route. Why are you going immediately after the game and shitting on someone who in their position is far beyond what you are in your position? Oh, because you got 2 Super Bowls because the Steel Curtain 2.0 carried you. And we had James Harrison and Palomalu and Ryan Clark in the back. Kiesel, Hampton, all pros. James Ferrier, basically leading the 2000s in tackles. You know what I mean? Man in the middle. We had all those pieces on defense. Yeah. But now you finally get the keys. You get Le'Veon Bell, all-star running back. Top 3 in the league at the time. It was between like him, Zeke, and Gurley.
Talk about it.
AB, it's between him, Julio, and Odell for a year. You got basically the best 2 consensus-wise, running back and wide receiver, and you couldn't get the fucking job done. So yes, your career is massively overrated to me, and that's just what it is. Because when you're throwing for 5,000 yards in the regular season and then losing by 30 to Jacksonville, you're James Harden. Bunch of empty
Big
fucking
Ben is
stats.
James Harden.
Yes.
That's the fucking quote of the week, man.
Big Ben is I had to get that out of there.
Big Ben is James Harden. Yeah, that's why I just let you go. You know what I mean? I didn't want to even...
I didn't even get into the lore about him getting Bill Cowher fired. Like, come on, man. This guy
I was waiting for you to bring Bill up, man. Crimson Chin.
He's talking about, I played an entire year with a broken hand. Bill Cowher's like, no, his hand was fine all fucking year. He's a liar.
See, he said it was like faking injury reports and shit.
Well, when he shitted up against the Patriots,
like Bill was like, yeah, his hand was fucking fine. He just asked.
You ever notice after almost every elimination game, LeBron be having an MCL sprain that we don't know?
Limping, like after they got eliminated.
Like, all right, dude. Like, I'll let that go for you because you've been doing this type of shit your whole career, acting like you're injured all crazy or have some crazy adversity as to why this win is so much better than the next. But we're not gonna let Ben Roethlisberger say his hand was broken because Tom Brady shit on him and he threw an interception to Lawyer Malloy. Like, get that the fuck out of here.
And I don't know. Big Ben is like Phillip Rivers.
You have to put him over Phillip Rivers all the time just because of Super Bowls.
Yeah. But that's the only reason.
But I'm taking Phillip Rivers over Eli all the time.
No.
Despite Eli's too.
No.
Eli was fucking buns in the playoffs outside those 2 years.
Super Bowls mean that much in the factoring system.
You think so? Crazy ass stat about them. They had the number
9-7.
They had the number 1 scoring offense and the number 1 on points allowed defense and didn't make the playoffs. The Chargers.
That's crazy.
Their ass.
That's fucking
there's
crazy.
no excuse. I'll take Eli. You had prime LT.
Crazy.
You had prime LT. Antonio Gates. Like
just the fact that 9-7 year when they beat the perfect Patriots, that shit's crazy. Like that's a crazy ass. You're not supposed to be there.
Right.
They had like a 6% chance to make the Super Bowl and shit.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't the first 6 seeds to ever win a Super Bowl.
No.
Like we were, but it was all right.
That joint was probably the craziest run.
Yeah.
What's a crazier one? Our joint, honestly, a couple years ago was kind of crazy. We had to go through the 3 seed, 2 seed, 1 seed. That shit was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and y'all eliminated some hitters too.
That was wild.
I mean, you got Lamar, Josh Allen out of there. Yeah. Like, it comes down to who you play during that run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And you got to go on a deep dive for that type of shit.
Game wise, our first run was crazier.
Yeah,
because we had the 24-0 jaunt.
Oh yeah,
we were down 24-0. Then we were down by 10, and then we were down by 10 again in the Super Bowl with like 11 minutes left.
Did you see that they undrafted free agent Pat Mahomes' half brother? Did you see
Jackson
that?
Mahomes?
No. Jackson's his full brother. They signed. I think it's Pat Senior's kid.
His dad got his son. Yeah, I did know that.
He just signed to the Chiefs. He's a tight end.
What?
Yeah, on some camp shit.
That's out here feeding generations.
This motherfucker is the Thanasis of the NFL.
Yeah, Thanasis Kelce.
Because how I even know you had another. I didn't even know you had another brother, let alone a half brother. Like that's your brother.
To be our next Kelce.
Him? Not like Noah Gray. Noah Gray can hoop.
Noah Gray is nice.
He can hoop.
He's nice.
Thanasis is not doing. He's gonna be looking like how Tebow was at tight end for Jacksonville, which is the craziest fucking hiring. I've never seen anything crazier in the NFL. Like you're signing Tim Tebow to play fucking tight end.
They were like, "Hey, you ever played any other positions?" He's like, "No, just quarterback." He's like, "Yeah, You ever think about playing like wide out or on the line? Or he's like, no, I just always been quarterback. All right, we're gonna have to take some reps at tight end.
Yo,
how's your 3-point stance? Get down there.
Athlete. Urban Meyer was on some I can coach anybody. They said he was a fucking asshole in the league. Urban Meyer.
Yeah, he can't coach grown men probably.
No,
you know what I mean,
no. Saban couldn't either. I heard stories about him. Zach Thomas checked him. Zach Thomas put his shit on the low. You ever hear him talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't expect it. Like he looks like a MAGA bull, right. Zach Thomas. Right. But then he comes out and he's hood as shit. He's like, I had to tell his ass about himself. Have a break
like that.
Nick Saban.
You look at Randy Moss. You wouldn't expect Randy to talk like that. But then he's doing some West Virginia shit.
That's true.
Yeah, I went down there and I was fishing the other day.
Jeez.
And I had to tell him.
Imagine.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, not this episode. I'm sorry.
Imagine being in high school and having to play against Randy Moss, dude. Like, could you imagine? God, yeah. And that, like, this is what's crazy to me when we were talking about the drop off of people participating in sports. We're not going to get the best athletes no more. Period. No. Like, there's going to be a lot of people not playing who could have been on some goat shit.
Right. And you know, like Randy played ball, and Jason Williams was on his team in high school.
They played football and basketball together. That's just hooping. Absolutely hoop. Doing whatever you want.
Ungodly. You just took a chemistry test. You know, I don't know if it was like that back then. How it was like if we played somebody in high school that was like kind of known, like had mixtapes and shit, like we'd be like, yo, we'd be like talking about it before the game.
Yeah.
So imagine you just took a fucking chemistry test and somebody's like, yo, you're about to guard this ball today. And it's fucking Randy Moss.
And I think cornerback's the hardest position of all sports. You think so?
Yeah.
Corner?
Of course.
Corner, and I'll say catcher in baseball.
Catcher probably sucks.
Yeah, that's just a dirty word.
Yeah, it definitely is. No, all guts, no glory.
None.
You know what I mean? Nobody ever praises you for nothing.
Fuck, no, but if a ball gets passed, they're going to know.
Right. That no-hitter means so much, but like,
yeah,
nobody gives a fuck about you.
Nope. I think those are definitely probably the hardest. Cornerback is insane.
My cornerback's hard as shit.
Someone said that if Shiloh and Shador, basically if Shador had the personality trait of a defensive back, or no, that Shador does have the personality of a defensive back, and Shiloh has the personality of a quarterback, and that's why they didn't fall good in the draft.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all always want to be introspective. Shut up. Y'all are not these fucking deep intellectuals, okay?
Am I tripping when everybody knew like Shador falling was crazy, but we all knew Shiloh was a 6'7", maybe UDFA?
People want to be insightful. That shit is not thought provoking. They're talking about so basically they're saying if Shador had Shiloh's personality, his draft stock would be higher.
Yes.
How about if Shador had Cam Newton's college film, his draft stock would be higher?
That's fucking,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
There's nothing else to say after that, to be quite honest. Because it doesn't matter what your personality is. If it's there and you're a game changer, yeah, you're going.
People always want to say some shit and think they ate. Like, no, you didn't fucking eat.
He's not arrogant. He's not arrogant. It's just
he's corny,
disinterested.
Russell Wilson isn't cocky. He's corny.
Right.
All right. There's a difference.
You can see a corny motherfucker like Kirk Cousins and then hear his pregame speech and see that he can turn it on.
And I say that to say I fuck with Shador and I hope that he's very successful. That's why I say all that to say. But let's not get this shit slit sideways and shift perspective where it's not there. Like, we're talking about.
It's just
we're talking about people, personality. You're talking about NFL teams' futures, and they're fucking rolling the dice on personalities.
Right.
Personality.
Yeah.
Can he throw the fucking ball 65 yards on a rope?
This is
what fuck his personality.
Now I'm seeing clips of Instagram from minicamp. He threw it was a halfback choice route. It was a halfback choice to Judkins, and he threw him the ball. It's like a 5-yard route, and people are like, looks like a starter to me.
I'm just.
I can make that throw. You can make that throw. And if you can't make that throw, like, maybe you shouldn't even be speaking about football. It's a 5-yard route, normal ass bootleg, half speed mini camp. He doesn't look like a starter from that clip. He's not better than Joe Flacco, period. The best option is going to be Flacco no matter what. Even if I think Cam Ward would have went there, I think Joe would have been the better option.
Yo, 2025, hearing a Steelers fan advocate for Joe Flacco starting is fucking wild. What's going on in the world?
It's really not that wild when you think about it.
They drafted Dylan Gabriel. Like,
and they have Kenny Pickett.
Fucking what a room.
I'm just saying, I've seen Kenny Pickett make those throws in preseason. I've seen Kenny Pickett have flashes in preseason.
What a room, dude.
And then just absolutely shit it up. You know what I mean?
So glad I don't have them problems.
You know, yeah.
Y'all are fucking terrible, dude. Yeah, the whole division is just fucking ass.
Y'all got blew out by 40.
Where were y'all?
Y'all got 40 balled.
Where were y'all?
I would much rather stay home.
Y'all were watching.
I'll stay home.
You did. You didn't have a choice.
That's I mean,
you try to make it sound like you stayed home.
That's fine.
You weren't
cable
invited.
in Cancun. We can stay in Cancun.
You weren't even invited
to watch that. I've seen my team lose the Super Bowl. but not like that.
All right. Well,
like, not like, oh, well, if they don't score here on the first drive coming out of halftime, it's over.
You'll get to see it in like 2042 when y'all are fucking find a quarterback and they're good again. You'll get to watch that again. You get the experience what it's like to lose a Super Bowl.
We need to tank.
Until Patrick Mahomes retires, you'll never even know what the fuck it's like because you're never going to make it past him in the playoffs.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Y'all will never be the team to beat him in the playoffs.
But the Bengals were. The poverty fucking Bengals were.
And they were the only ones. If you really think about it, they're the only ones.
At this point, I would have to agree. I'm not going to sit here.
Tom Brady.
I'm not going to sit here and act like the Texans don't have more playoff wins than us since 2016. So you know what? You're right.
And they're a fucking true poverty franchise. They didn't even exist when I was born.
They had Bill O'Brien as coach.
They didn't even exist when I was born. I'm old as shit now.
They let Deshaun be freaky as hell. And you know what else is freaky as hell about the Browns? They signed Justin Tucker. Now they got Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson.
That's freaky.
What's going on in Cleveland, man?
Cleveland's a kinky ass town, boy.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Kinky ass town.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, a lot of junkies and a lot of freaks.
They just start signing anybody.
A lot of baby oil.
Yeah, who's their owner, dude?
Who is their owner? I don't even want to know. He's probably...
Oh, he's fucking abysmal. He's fucking abysmal.
You know what he probably is.
Yeah, we're not going to talk... No, he's not. He's not because they're so ass.
Well, that's probably... I was going to say that.
He's not Howie Roseman.
Hell no, he ain't Howie.
Who was seen touching a particular wall after losing their first Super Bowl.
Well,
I'm just saying.
There you have it, people.
There it is right there.
There you have it. We get the State Farm commercials and they get the fucking trophy.